In our human experience, how things feel is pretty much the whole game. Because how things feel determine what things mean, and we are beings who love to make meaning. Another way I can say that is, it's not what happens for us or to us or with us that really matters. It's what happens means, right? And what happens means is determined by how things feel. And how things feel is determined, Lord help me, I'm going to say the sentence now, by what the programming in our neurology is programmed to produce in terms of feelings. So it's not what happens, it's what happens means, and what things mean depends on how they feel, and how they feel is determined by how our systems are set up to create feelings that turn into meanings, that turn into evaluations of self and life. There's nothing we experience that feels bad and that doesn't feel any other way that we would call a positive experience. Now, right away, everyone's attention will go to all that stuff that you've done and experienced that felt bad, all right? But we can guarantee you that it didn't feel only bad. There was a good feeling somewhere down the line. As biological creatures, we are not designed to be able to move past dead-end bad feelings. We're not. I know that's radical because we all go past what seem to be dead-end bad feelings all the time. And in some respects in our lives, we don't. We come along, here's this dead-end bad feeling that's sitting there in our programming waiting to happen. And we come along and we go, boom, if we bump into that negative state. And the thing is, there's nothing on the other side of it. There's no better feeling if we get past this bad feeling. There's no even worse feeling if we don't get past this bad feeling. It's a dead end. For those of you who are familiar with NLP slang, we call it a terminal negative K. I'll introduce everybody to the slang in a minute, the jargon in a minute. We come along and we go wham, and we hit that thing. We're not programmed to get past that. It is built into our creature neurology. If somewhere tens or hundreds of millions of years ago on the savannah somewhere, there were the lions on one side of the water hole and the gazelles on the other side of the water hole. And let's say a gazelle went to take the advanced gazelle freedom workshop, right? And they came back to the water hole and they said, you know, I have discovered this validity in the authentic experience of my being. And although I have lived in fear of the lions, today I choose to push past this fear. Today I will cross over the water hole and greet my fellow creatures, giant freaking felines. I will greet them in love. That gazelle does not procreate. Or if they don't procreate anymore. They're lunch. Okay? We are wired together to stop in the presence of serious negatives that can't resolve into something better or something worse. If they resolve into something even worse, we can go, oh crap, I've got to get going. But even then, we have to be able to imagine a positive and be able to get going. Human beings are incredibly hard on themselves about this. What can get you past a dead-end negative? Your coach screaming at you. your high school athletic coach or your personal coach whose job it is to let you outsource your self-loathing to them so they can feed it back to you and get you going. There are all kinds of ways to get past that by creating something on the other side. But if it's just this, boom, we stop and then we go sideways. We ricochet off and pizza looks really good about now, or what's on HBO, or gee, I haven't finished watching everything on YouTube yet, and that has a better feeling, okay?